So today, Lisa has the Drash for us. Thank you.
Morning. So I have two things that I'd like to share this morning. And the first part is I'd like to talk about Judah. And I know we didn't read that in the part of the Torah portion that we read this morning, but in the Torah portion for this week, it talks about the offerings that were brought by the 12 tribes for the dedication of the altar. And the first day, the tribe of Judah brought their offering. Oh, yes, that's right. But in the Torah portion last week, it was mentioned that when they set out to go to war, that Judah was supposed to go first. And Judah means praise or praised. So I looked up a definition of that, and I found out that in Hebrew, there are 7 types of praise. So I'm going to read those in just a brief definition of each one because some of them have quite a few definitions. Yada refers to lifting your hands in worship, and a few of the other things that it means is to throw down, to shoot arrows, or to cast down. Tehillah means to sing spontaneous songs, so songs that you just kind of make up, not ones you know. Barak is to kneel down or bow down in reverence. Halal is to shine, rave, or celebrate. Todah, or Todah, not sure how to say that. Todah also refers to lifting your hands, but as an agreement with what was done or is going to be done. Zamar is singing with musical instruments or just playing the musical instruments without singing. And the 7th is Shabbat, which is to shout. And then that's the first part. The second part is I wanted to talk about the ritual. This is also in the Torah portion, but we didn't read this part either. But there's a ritual that they had for a woman who was suspected of adultery. And I kind of wanted to look at this from a little bit different perspective. As part of this ritual, the name of God was written twice and then erased. God never allowed his name to be erased for any other reason. You know, in the Bible, it doesn't tell us to do that ever, except for this one time. And the reason he allowed that is because of the potential for the marriage to be saved, because it was that important to him. So let's apply this idea to God and his bride Israel. They were warned repeatedly throughout the whole Old Testament by the prophets because they were unfaithful to God and because they needed to return to the Torah and to repent. So we don't need the ritual to determine if Israel's guilty or not, because they were told that they were not doing what they're supposed to. So if we look at this in relation to God and his bride, I don't know if this is going to make sense to anybody, but it did when I was thinking about it. We could say that Yeshua's time in the tomb would be similar to God's name being erased, because Emmanuel, God with us, like God in Yeshua, God allowed his name to be erased by Yeshua's death, in order to restore his bride's innocence so that his marriage to his bride could be saved. So he sent Yeshua in order to restore the innocence of his bride. Shabbat Shalom.